headmistress, the deputy headmistress, reverend sisters, teachers, and my fellow students, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You may call me Helen, meaning a bright light, as my father is called Elia, not a prophet, of course. I'm a Form 2 student, and I'm mostly interested in swimming and eating. In fact, that most of the people, they don't consider this as a hobby. In my future career, I really like to be a civil engineer because since I was young, I really like to design various buildings and structures. Hence, standing in front of you as the academic minister, be ready to acquire some basic principles of a competent student. These are the models which comprises strategies and skills that enable students to perform well in their academic excellence. These principles are sacrifice, skills, and discipline. Deeply commencing with the principle of sacrifice. Simply, sacrifice means to invest a huge effort in doing something by exchanging from what you have and you love most to succeed in life. Believe me or not, the students who perform well and score high marks in the final exam do nothing but sacrifice the following. First is time. Time is the most valuable asset in this world. Good usage and management of time enable a student to be competent enough in his academic excellence. Some people use their time in doing non-important activities, while on the other hand, the other students use their time in academic activities. Always, a student is advised to have a monthly calendar which shows the dates and time for learning activities. As time can be regarded as the valuable tool in the following aspects. First, it's time to attend classes. A serious student always attends each class on time. In order to be competent enough, you as a student, you have to attend the whole lesson perfectly from the beginning to the end. This will enhance the total coverage of the topics, hence putting you in the best position of answering well in your exams. Second, time for self-revision. Practice makes you perfect. The more you revise your studies, the more understanding and memory is expanded in your brain. Other students use this time doing nonsense activities, while the smart students use their time for self-revision, because daily revisions make you to be more confident and put you to the best position of answering well in the exams. Time for discussion. Students may organize themselves either outside the school or inside the school to organize group discussions, whereas a health group discussion always collects students who are serious and the leaders who are always disciplined in time. A group discussion must consist students of three classes, which are iron mind students. These are students with low capacity, silver mind students, medium capacity students, and the gold mind students with high capacity. Perfect use of group discussion upgrade the slow learners and make the fast learners to be more active and effective. Time for self-testing. In order to know your competence in your studies, you have to quiz yourself. Daily self-testing enable you to have experience in answering various questions in your exams. Hence, self-testing needs time. Second, it's energy. In every successful story, the main character has to invest a lot of energy in order to reach intended goals. Also, it's very sad that nowadays the students use their time in involving themselves in illegal activities such as drug abuse, while the other smart students use this time to get themselves in visiting libraries and doing their homeworks. Third, it's costs. In this 21st century, money has become the main source towards to achieve certain goals, whereas we all know the low economic status of some people. For instance, a person may not be able even to buy a single past paper for the well-being of his or her child. It is a fact that in most schools where high schools is paid, there is better provision of education. But also, some costs can be incurred when a parent decides to pay for his or her child, because some of the children don't understand the internal tutors such as teachers. Hence, they can incur their costs in paying for the external tutors for the better development of their children. Conclusively, I have many tactful ways of telling people the things which they should keep in mind, but only a single inwarded advice is that hope is found at the deepest part of your heart, but if you may seek it, there will be a future inside you. Keep it in memory that never be happy when your enemy falls, or let not your head be glad when he or she stumbles, because his or her failure may turn back to you. Finally, a fine speech is not declared to a fool, less a false speech to an ignorant. Let my speech be delivered. Thank you for listening.